Hey guys, what is up? It is Cameron, and today I'm going to be going over the cost breakdown on how I afforded my M3 for only $2,900. And if you guys are new viewers out there, consider subscribing. Without further ado, let's get right into today's video. Before I get into the cost breakdown, I'm going to describe what had happened the day I bought the car. So I had woken up and I was like, wow, I really need the rear end for my engine swap. And I was looking on Marketplace and everybody was just overpricing me on the rear end for BMW M3s. And they were asking $1,200, $1,500 for cars that had, 150,000 miles. And I'm like, I'm not going to pay $1,500 for something I'm going to have to rebuild. So I, just pretty much got frustrated. And I was like, I wonder how much I can get an M3 for, because if they're asking this much for part outs, how much can I get for a car? How much can I get a car for? So I started looking, and I was seeing them for 6, 7, 10K, 12K. And I was like, I'm not paying that. There's no way I can pay that. And so I just started, looking to see if anybody would be willing to negotiate. And I think I had messaged a good 12 or 15 people before I found somebody who was willing to negotiate. And I said, look, man, I got this E46 323i, and it has carbon ceramic wrap on it. It has some roller wheels, and there's no engine. And if you want it, I can offer you this car and cash on top, give me a price. Let's work this deal. I said, I don't care if you keep the engine. I don't care if you keep your transmission. I don't care if you keep the seats, because I'm honestly just going to pull those anyways at some point and probably swap the car. Matter of fact, you can keep your engine and transmission. You can keep the seats. And how does $2,700 sound? The dude said, yeah, I can do that. I said, are you serious? The car was listed for $7,000. He said, yeah. I was like, wow, okay, great, So the day progresses. I'm still waiting on a sale for a engine that I was selling that day, and I was waiting on the money for that, and I was trying to put a deposit in so the dude can see that I was legit. I had around $3,000 coming in over the next couple of days from various sources of income, and I was like, hey man, if I'm trying to, pay you by 7 o'clock tonight, I'm trying to get this done. He said, well, somebody just offered me $3,100 and a 330 Ci. I was like, where are they from? He's like, Oklahoma. I said, well, I'm here in Texas. He's like, yeah, I know. I said, okay, just give me a few hours. I promise that I will make this happen. Oklahoma is, if you guys don't know, Oklahoma is about 5 hours north of Central Texas. And he's like, all right. So he gives me some more time, and I come up with the money, and I give him a deposit, and then I pay him, the rest of the money. I actually ended up paying him $2,900, just for the trouble of costing him money. So when you list a car, every time that you don't sell it for somebody who offers more, you're costing them that money. So if you guys, if somebody accepts a lower offer than what they want, it's in your best interest to pay them as soon as possible. And so I ended up getting a E46 M3 for $2,900, and obviously I traded my 323i with it, and I let him keep the engine and transmission, but that doesn't really matter to me because I have the 6L 90E transmission from the 2015 Camaro Z01, as well as a LY6 from a 2008 Chevy Silverado 2500. So those that engine and transmission combination bolts up together, and so that'll be going into the M3 instead. And that's actually more power stock for stock than the M3, and it's actually the same amount of weight, engine to engine. It's the same weight. The S54 is around 498 pounds, and the LY6 is 472 pounds. I might have those two weights mixed up, but they're just around the same amount of weight, and the LY6 puts out as you guys know, 380 horsepower and 400 pound-foot of torque, whereas the S54 puts out, I believe, 333 and 305, 310. I may be mistaken. Don't fact check me. I may be mistaken, but yeah, that's how I did it. And I now own the cheapest BMW M3 in the country. So I think that's pretty cool. You don't see 2004 M3s going for 2,900 bucks every day. So I definitely got a hell of a deal. This dude actually has multiple M3s. He has this black one here, and so he had already had that M3 and my M3, and my M3 actually originally came with a red interior, but I told him, like, look, I want the gray interior. I don't care for the red. And the car is going to eventually be in Seattle, so I don't want to have the car broken into if it has red interior. I don't know why people like to steal from red cars. I'm gonna actually end up wrapping the car something nonchalant, maybe graphite black or something. But yeah, I told the dude I didn't want the red seats. I just personally, I don't care for them. That's pretty much it. That's how I got the M3 for $2,900. If you guys want to watch me go and pick the car up here in a few weeks, you guys can do that by subscribing to the channel and commenting down below what you guys want to see in the build. I do have wheels already. I already have wheels and tires. Give you a hint as far as the tires concerned, they are Michelin Pilot Sports, so that's pretty cool. It's something that I've always wanted on a sports car, and I'm glad to have made it happen in such a relatively short time period. But yeah, the channel is beginning a new chapter. We're doing this M3 LS swap build, and I'm just super excited. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you have a good day / night, wherever you may find yourselves. Peace. And yes, I did buy the car for a better price than Vehicle Virals did. By the way, Vehicle Virals, congrats on your new E46 M3. I saw you posted your video a few weeks ago. I was gonna wait and post mine after taking delivery of the car, but figured might as well just get this one out because I've been kind of lacking on content lately. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.